Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and thank you for joining me today. I just want to say real quick that I really appreciate y'all hanging out. I know there's lots of coin content out there, and we here appreciate the fact that you take the time to chime in here and watch and listen, and hopefully we have something a little bit different to offer than a lot of the other things that are out there. Today I want to talk a little bit about artificial intelligence. And I know you're hoping that I can get some to help me out a little bit here, but we're talking about an article that Jeff Garrett wrote for the NGC's website. Jeff Garrett, longtime expert coin dealer, former ANA president. I don't know if this is if he's working at NGC. I didn't bother to check, but I think that they'll take articles if you want to write them. So he talks about the changes in the rare coin market since technology came around with the internet and how that changed the marketplace, which it truly did. I mean, it has tremendously, and how AI is going to really change everything. And let's start with this idea about artificial intelligence and grading, just because that to me seems to be the big bugaboo that people talk about all the time. Coin grading, coin grading, coin grading. It gets to be a little bit of a headache sometimes hearing it all the time. But I am in favor of artificial intelligence grading modern silver eagles, modern coins. Just scan them and go with it. To me, it is a commodity area of the market that I don't like calling it. I don't like seeing it that way, but it is the commodification of the market and the corporatization of the market. All this artificial intelligence leads towards those things, I think, in a very natural way. I also have stated out loud that I'm in favor of the 10-point scale for the modern coins. I would actually have two different grading scales for the different things. This artificial intelligence makes sense if you're doing like baseball cards and things of that nature, where you can scan it and get a real clear idea of what's going on there. You can do all kinds of analysis for the surface of the card and hopefully speed up their process. To me, that all makes a lot of sense. I still don't think that artificial intelligence can really do the coin grading the right way. The article said that, well, he's heard that there's 75% accuracy, and I think, well, but yeah, nuance. There's not a lot of nuance there. So the part of this that's really interesting to me is beyond the grading, which is to talk about the market in general, the rare coin market and artificial intelligence and what it means for you. Because I think a lot about this type of stuff when I think about the collectors that I know, and I think about the different generations that are out there. And do you have to be a certain age to be cynical? I'm just wondering. Old man, get off my lawn. Well, here's the thing, right? So with artificial intelligence, he goes on in this article to talk about how people can boost their profits and whatnot, and cut back on labor. I think one of the things that he missed out on maybe a little bit is that really what technology has also always provided is the ability to increase productivity, which actually increase productivity, you can actually keep your labor force the same and increase your top line or bottom line or whatever you want to say. But with the technology that we already run into with artificial intelligence, you're seeing the ability for some of the online auctions to not have live auctioneers. They have a voice modulated auctioneer that runs through the entire auction. I think Heritage has weekly auctions on Tuesday night that's just operated by a computer. Once everything's into the system, you go through and it does all that. But they weren't really having necessarily Tuesday live auctions. They didn't have weekly auctions there with a live human. This is all kind of developed over time and has helped them increase their productivity, right? And so it really makes the marketplace larger and flow more free, which creates all kinds of different dynamics within the coin market itself. So there's a lot more coins changing hands a lot quicker. So one of the things that the technology has brought to us is a more, how would you say, robust economy for the coin market. It's actually a lot more like the overall U.S. economy, whereas you used to have to go places to find coins and buy them, and it was very laborious at times, and it was not exactly cost effective for the collector who had to go to auctions or travel or do other things or send someone in their stead, right? So there's a lot more coins trading hands a lot more frequently between just not even the major players, but also between Instagram and eBay and all the C2C, customer to customer, consumer to consumer type marketing. The coin market is very, very robust in that way. And by robust, I just mean it's really large and very active. It's really hard to track all of that. So the artificial intelligence portion that really I get concerned about the most is the fact that, you get so many things that are, one, really watered down. He has this example of a technology company that went ahead and, they designed technology to describe a coin for an auction, right? So this is the description. The 1840 50-cent Liberty-seated half-dollar NGC PR64 is highly sought-after coin for collectors. With a mintage of only 6, this coin is extremely rare and valuable. The coin was designed by So there's literally, it goes into some of the just like the data points instead of talking about the coin itself. To me, that's complete garbage. I mean, as far as, no offense to the guys that have the software, right? But it's not human, right? Like, it's not human. So the weird thing for me is the commodification of the marketplace. Are we going to see people move away from community and being human and getting together? Because that's where our society's been moving in general. But, I actually kind of think that, okay, let me put it this way. I want to see us move back towards community of like human to human, because that's what's best for all of us. I mean, humans need humans, right? My big concern with the AI is actually with the changes coming down the pipe with the internet and how a lot of this, my life in Google, right? Like, I could write a book about my life in Google. We're already at a point where, from when I started doing this till now, people would call us at the store because we're experts and we would be able to give them information they were seeking. Now they come in with questions, but they're the experts because Google told them. Right now that was bad enough with Google over the last couple of years. This new iteration where it's going to be AI, you're going to have an artificial intelligence voice telling people the answers they're getting. Think about this. It's just like what you already do with Siri or Alexa Dot or Pro or whatever when you say something out loud and your phone talks to you and reacts to you. That's basically what's coming down the pipe, right? So you're going to have all of that with people telling you what's right, with the computer telling you what's right. I said people. Artificial intelligence is going to be telling you what's right and what's wrong, and you don't really know whether any of that information is actually trustworthy, and yet people will trust it. And I'm really concerned for the older consumer. It's bad enough that they get these pressured phone calls from people in call centers all over the world, but now they're going to be able to have voices that sound more like their own, right? So when you get a call from another country, you kind of know what you're listening to. You understand at some point that this is a spiel someone's pitching to you. But if you can make the voice real enough for someone who's elderly to think that they're actually talking to a human, this is really going to be a tricky time for people who are advocates for consumers and consumer awareness. So, artificial intelligence, the computer stuff, it's all here. I'm not like going all 1984 on you just yet. But we've already been slowly progressing through it. And I think there's plenty of great things about technology. I mean, obviously, this is a way that I can communicate into the coin deserts out there from the lush lands of Tucson, Arizona. We can communicate to everyone, right? This is wonderful things from technology. Productivity, there's nothing wrong with increased productivity. I have no problem with people making profits on stuff. That's all good. My concern is with the areas of the marketplace that we have not intelligence trying to educate people. And at what point does the artificial intelligence really just start to say something over and over enough to where the masses start to believe it? Right? The dystopian worldview version of me thinks that pretty soon we're just going to have coins artificially being traded from one AI company to another, and they're going to artificially inflate things all the way up. And then, anyways, we won't go down that. This is a cynicism. I asked earlier about becoming cynical. So let me know if you know anything about, I like some of you computer tech guys to talk to me about AI and what you think the upside is and what you think the downside is, because realistically there's both, and there will be both. I know that this is YouTube, and so we're supposed to take a hard stance and just say, you won't believe what's coming, and this is the only thing, and there's no other way. But there's a lot of nuance to life, and with almost anything that we have that can be a blessing in our life, it can also be a curse, whatever those things are. So let me know, especially if you have a lot of specialized knowledge in this area, what you think the new coming waves of AI will bring to the coin market, good, bad, and ugly. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.